What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we have got 6 new purple Digimon cards to talk about. There are 6 Digimon that were not revealed before the full set reveal came down, which means we've got 6 purple Digimon to talk about, so we really need to get a move on. Starting off with Gabumon. Shout out to DigimonCard.dev and the translation team on the Discord. They're awesome people. Gabumon is a free cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 2000 power Digimon, which is about right in terms of cost, slightly expensive. Also, shout out to Gabumon, who's made the jump from blue to purple, although we kind of knew this was happening because we've seen others in his evolution line. And when it is destroyed, you draw 2 cards, and then you discard 1 card from your hand. And that might sound familiar, because we have seen this exact skill, and I mean the exact skill, on Pumpkinmon. Here's a really cool thing, though. We've seen that they're both inheritable skills, which means you can actually use both of these at the same time. So if you're using a Digimon that's evolved from these 2, and then that Digimon gets destroyed or deleted, you draw 2 cards, then you discard 1 from your hand, then you draw 2 cards, then you discard 1 from your hand, and okay, you're having to discard 2 cards, though remember, it's draw 2, then discard 1, then draw 2, then discard 1, and that's redonkulous, ladies and gentlemen. That is really good. I have mentioned in a number of videos that Digimon is not a game that has a huge amount of draw power. And I stand by that, incidentally. It is not a game that has a huge amount of draw power. The thing is, this is great. When you compare it to other draw cards, this is awesome. And I know the card advantage is only 1, because you're only ending up with 1 more card than you had before, but drawing 2 and discarding 1, unless you end up with a really awkward discard that you really don't want to have to make, it is better to draw 2 and discard 1 than it is to just draw 1. I adore this skill. I adored it on Pumpkinmon. I adore it here. I mean, this is a level 3 Digimon with 2000 power. You can play this and then delete it pretty much immediately and still gain the advantage of the drawing. That is frankly ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen, and I love it. We could also have a little bit of a look here at Wizardmon, a level 4 Digimon, 4 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, 4000 power. Slightly on the weaker end, but generally speaking, this is fine. And on both players' turn, if you have a yellow Digimon, you have Vengeance or Companion. No one can quite decide on the translation of that. But Vengeance or Companion says that if this Digimon is destroyed in battle, you take the attacking Digimon down with you. Now, this forces you into a purple and yellow deck. If you're not playing a purple and yellow deck, this does not have the first skill. But Companion is huge. Remember, if we're talking about Companion and, security attacks, piercing, things like that, you take the Digimon down, and even if they've got piercing, they still don't get that security attack because you take them down before the security attack even happens. What we have here is just a phenomenal skill if you have a yellow Digimon in play. And that is very, very much something you need to bear in mind. It is a huge, huge point. But when you've got a yellow Digimon, Companion/Vengeance, one of the best skills in the game. Your opponent builds up this big bad level 6 or 7. They've evolved up through. They've got all these inheritable skills, etc. And you're like, boom, now you come down. That is ridiculous. Oh yeah, and when it's destroyed, you draw a card. This is about the best Digimon ever to get destroyed. When it gets destroyed, it takes down the attacker with it, and you draw a card. That seems, frankly unfair, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm honest with you. It seems a little bit unfair. It seems like your opponent's putting in all the work to get a Digimon that can destroy you and go and do the attack and all of that, and then you're just like, and free KO for me as well. Seems mean, ladies and gentlemen. Seems mean. But you know what? I am totally in favor of this if I'm playing the card. If I'm not playing the card, my opinion might be somewhat different, but if I am playing the card, I am loving it, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely loving it. If you're playing against this, the decision whether to destroy it or not is going to be a very big decision. I'll leave that one up to you. One could say it's a little bit evil. Oh, look at that transition. Evilmon. Now, Evilmon is a 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, 6,000 power, which is the same cost to evolve as basically every level 4. Not very expensive as, I suppose it's on the slightly higher end, but it's not terrible. And 6,000 power for a level 4 is high. This is a powerful Digimon. But we've also got a couple of skills. It's got blocker, and when you attack, you lose 2 memory. So basically, it is the purple version of Grizzlymon and those other blockers that we got back in the starter decks. And when I say the purple version of them, I mean same cost to play, same cost to evolve, same power, exact same skills. Do remember you give up 2 memory to attack, so most of the time you're not going to be attacking. But given we're trying to talk about 6 Digimon in one video here, I don't think we need to talk very much more about Evilmon. It's not that I don't think it's a good card. I do think it's a good card. I think it's very useful. And let's be honest with you, right? You need to have some blockers. And purple, with it being new in this set, there aren't that many blockers. We are really hurting for blockers. And this is going to be great purely on the basis that it has blocker. And I just had a quick pause and have a look through. This is the only purple Digimon that natively has blocker. For that alone, it's great. But it's got the same advantages and disadvantages as the others. But please do bear in mind, it is literally the only native option. So, yeah. Garurumon, a Digimon that's had a bunch of good blue cards. Could it be good in purple? Yes. It's 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, 4,000 power. Slightly on the expensive side, but generally that is about chalk for a level 4. But it's got a skill, an inheritable skill, so when you evolve from it, you get the skill. On your turn, limited to once per turn, if your other Digimon is destroyed, you gain 1 memory. Yes. I mean, look, gaining memory is awesome, right? Memory is the resource we have in this game. It is what you use to play cards. It is the only thing we can use to play cards. Some card games, I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy, have different options for generating resources to play cards. Digimon doesn't. It's memory or bust. So anytime you can get more memory is awesome. But you're also punishing your opponent for deleting one of your Digimon. And if we go back to Wizardmon for a moment here, let's say you've got another Digimon that's evolved from Garurumon, your opponent takes down Wizardmon, they get taken down too, and you get a card, and you get a memory. I cannot be the only one that's starting to think that these purple Digimon are really, really punishing you for taking KOs. They're generally not the most powerful, but with vengeance and drawing on deletion and memory on deletion, and you really are building up some Digimon here that your opponent is really, really going to have to pay in order to take down. And remember that Garurumon here, it doesn't say if one of your other Digimon is destroyed in a battle with a Digimon. No, it's just whenever they're destroyed. So you can attack a security card here, and if you get taken down by the security Digimon, you get an extra memory. I cannot be the only one that thinks this is a little bit nuts. Now, we do have a vanilla level 5 here. It is Myotismon. And I'll be honest with you, it's not great for a vanilla level 5. 6 cost to play normally is cheap, but not excessively so. It's no cheaper than Pumpkinmon. That's got a really good inheritable skill. 2 cost to evolve normally is 1 cheaper. And honestly, right, I do think this is about the best reason to play this card. Because it's slightly cheap to evolve. 7,000 power isn't higher than... I mean, there's 2 other level 5 purple Digimon with that much power. So, it is ever so slightly cheaper than some of the other Digimon. But if you compare that to Angelwoman, that is 1 more to play normally and has 3,000 extra power, or Metal Tyrannomon, the red one from New Evolution, which it's exactly the same as Angel Woman, but as a red card, it really does make me look at this and go, no, this is bad. It's very rare that I look at a Digimon card and just go, no, you know what, I don't like it, it's bad. But I'm sorry, this is one of those where I am going to look at it, I'm going to go, I'm sorry, I don't like it, it's bad. We've got no Digimon that gain an advantage when evolved from Myotismon. So, yeah, it's just not a good card. 7,000 power on a 6 cost 2 to evolve level 5. You can save 1 memory evolving up into a level 6. That is the best thing about this card. But we can finish off having a look at WereGarurumon, and WereGarurumon is a very different kind of card. WereGarurumon is one that I look at and go, oh my goodness, yes. 7 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 7,000 power. That is what we expect generally from a level 5. I mean, it's got the same power as Myotismon with a really good inheritable skill, so, you know, more reasons not to play Myotismon. And speaking of that really good inheritable skill, when you are attacking, limited to once during your turn, you may destroy one of your other Digimon, and this Digimon becomes active. Oh. Yeah, we are now starting to build up into ridiculous territory here. I adore it. Now, let's assume we've evolved it from Garurumon, because, you know, that is the evolution line here. Well, if one of your other Digimon gets destroyed, you gain a memory. So let's say you destroy a Gabumon. Or should I say a Digimon evolved from Gabumon. Heck, let's say it's a Digimon that's evolved from Gabumon and Pumpkinmon. You draw 4 cards, discard 2. And then Garurumon activates, and Garurumon gives you an extra memory. And then WereGarurumon activates and makes you active. And hey, let's go all the way to the end. Let's say it's Metal Garurumon. Remember that when you attack, you can play a level 3 Digimon that is purple from your trash without playing its cost. And it doesn't get a play skill, but that's fine. There aren't really many, well, there aren't any level 3 Digimon with play skills. Like, there will be in the future, one would imagine, but there aren't at the moment. So you can get that Tapermon that lets you draw an extra card when it's destroyed, or another Gabumon, or whatever it might be. But of course, you then make yourself active, so then you get it all over again. And because we've got Tapermon that really does not mind being destroyed, and stuff like Gabumon that gives you an advantage when it's destroyed, or Impmon that lets you discard the top 3 card from your deck when destroyed, bearing in mind there are purple cards that play a little bit from the discard pile, or at least give you an advantage if you've got enough cards in the discard pile, we turn around and look at this and go, oh yeah, no, this is actually like phenomenal. Maybe in some other colors, in some other deck builds, we would look at this and go, yeah, mate, I'm not doing that. I am not willing to destroy one of my own Digimon. I'm not getting enough of an advantage. But when we look at the purple decks here, we are getting that much of an advantage, and it is genuinely worth it. And we're just building up the combo. I mean, evolving WereGarurumon from Garurumon here is an absolute no-brainer. And then going into Metal Garurumon. And remember, you use the skills in whichever order you like if you are the active player. So what you would essentially do is destroy a Digimon using WereGarurumon to make yourself active. Then you would go, oh, it's been destroyed. Garurumon gets an extra memory. Then you would go, oh, Metal Garurumon says I can bring a level 3 back. And of course, that means you can destroy a Tapermon using this skill and then actually bring it right back. So all you do is draw a card. And that's a ridiculous thing here. If you get all the way up to Metal Garurumon, you essentially don't have to delete one of your Digimon because you delete a level 3 and then bring it right back, except where Garurumon has made you active again, Garurumon has given you an extra memory, Tapermon has given you an extra card, and essentially when you attack, you make yourself active and gain a memory and gain a card. Can anyone else see why I'm starting to get excited about these purple decks? I mean, I don't like the color purple. I don't acknowledge it as a colorblind person. Purple is meaningless to me. But I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, These are nice. I love them. I really like them. But I'd like to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.